everyone, it's Anne. I'm here to do a Flosstube update. Today is Tuesday, August 22nd, 2017. How are you all doing? I hope very good in your corner of the world. Things are good here. We've had some lovely overcast days, which means our temps have been in the upper 70s and it's getting back down into the 50s at night. So I am a happy girl. I know we're gonna have some more hot days because it always does this to me. I get all excited for fall and then summer roars back with a vengeance and I get bummed out, but it's coming. It's coming, you can feel it. Just normal stuff around here, busy things. My husband's actually here this week and then he is off to work travel again for a week and planning to be back so we can have the Labor Day weekend together, which will be nice. Has not gone yet permanently to his change of station, but that will be at the end of September. Other things, I signed up for my first 5K and I'm gonna run that over the Labor Day weekend. I sort of have to laugh because these races are so introvert geared, it's kind of scary. They're virtual races where you sign up as part of the larger pool, and this particular race called the Great Pumpkin Run, they have a 5K and a 10K, and I think they have either 6 or 7 actual physical locations, which there are absolutely none here in New Mexico, so that's fine. So you can sign up online, you get your number, and they send you a participatory, in this case, long-sleeved hoodie, and so you can run your 5K at any point between early September and I think like the 28th of September, something like that. But I'm going to do it at the beginning of September, just because that's most convenient for me, and I have my route all picked out, which is a training run that Lizzie and I do anyway, so we'll just run that. That'll be like our normal thing one morning. Yeah, but I don't actually have to see anyone or run with other people. So yeah, introverts of the world, unite separately in your own corners. So looking forward to that. I think it will be fun to do. I don't have any thoughts that it's going to be like the best time ever in terms of my like running time. I'm just going to try to do as well as I normally do, and that'll be good enough for me. So training around here is a little bit difficult. We live in a fairly hilly area and we're already at 6,700 feet of elevation, so the hills, they kill me. The hills here kill me, and there's basically no run that I do that doesn't have hills. Some have less. I have one that I call capital T, capital H, the hill. That's one of the runs that I do. One day I will be able to run up the entire length of the hill, but it's like 3/4 of a mile and it's a fairly steep incline, so that will be a thing I strive to, but not today. So anyway, let's talk about stitching because I know that's why you guys are here. If you watched my Chatelaine Diaries Part 3, you've already seen this. If you're not into all of that detail, I'm just gonna kind of really high level show you my Desert Garden mandala. That is where I am on the center section, which is still section 1. I'm still working on section 1, but got the little 1/1 coyote done and finished up this border, added on the lightning strike kind of desert sunset colors. So that's what I got accomplished for the 6-day rotation for August on that project. It will be back out in early September, the first 6 days of September, to stitch along with Stitchin' Mommy. Sarah's birthday's coming up and she's going to be doing a Chatelaine start. So I'm going to stitch along with her, just kind of keep her company, which I think think will be fun. Next up, I am currently working on this for this 6-day rotation, and that is Village of Hawk Run Hollow. Working on block 4. This is the boarding house. So far, the last couple days, I finished the fence, and I started on this part of the boarding house, stitched the door. Kind of can't tell too well, but there's the window, the outlines of the windows. You can see this one's slightly smaller than this one. That's because I've done the interior outline of the window frame. So I don't know that I'll totally finish this block up before the end of this rotation, which ends Thursday. So I've got today, tomorrow, and Thursday to work on it. I'd like to get the building done. That will leave me the 2 little dogs, there's a tree branch, and then the big sign, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I will tell you from experience, having stitched this one, they take longer than you think. So that's gonna go there. Again, I'm doing this 1/1 on 22 count Hardanger. The colorway is, Legacy, I think, from Picture This Plus. So there's the whole shebang so far, blocks 1, 2, and 3, and block 4 that I'm working on now. So making some progress, slowly but surely. This one has a lot of just blocks of color that you stitch. It's not super fussy, but it's just got things that you have to pay attention to, like the windows aren't the same size for the front of the house and the side of the house. Just stuff like that, that your brain wants to make them all the same, and then they're not. Okay, I have an FFO. I don't think I've showed this. Maybe I have. If you haven't seen it, there it is. I think I showed this last time. Free pattern from the Primitive Hare, but I have FFO'd it. Yeah, 99% sure I showed you guys that. Anyway, you get to see it again. There it is. It's super cute. I'm very excited about it. Threads from Color and Cotton. This is my absolute favorite color of Angela's. It's called Black Currant. I used it for this and the lettering. And then I used Wood Nymph and Antique Gold, I think. Wood Nymph is the green, and that's Antique Gold is the gold. And then the brown is a no-name brown that's from Gentle Arts that came in the Stitchy box. And again, just kind of a vine fabric on the back. So that will be out for the summer solstice, freebie pattern from the Primitive Hare, which I will link to below. So that is done. Then I've been working on 2 other kind of side projects. The first is the second of these ornaments, or little smalls. So you guys have seen Solitude. I finished that up, and I think I showed that in my last set of videos. So I am working on Serenity. These are the Winter Solstice collection from Hands On Designs. So they're basically mirror images of each other. I'm doing this on this exact same 28 count even weave Jobelin from Witchelt. I've changed up a few things. I changed up the snowflakes here. Number 1, I stitched them in Petite Treasure Braid. Stitched them in Petite Treasure Braid, which I'm also using for the lettering that's right here. I don't know if you can see the sparkle or not, but there it is. The other colors are Gentle Arts. So there's Brown Bear, Black Crow, can't remember what I think Chalkboard. I think that's right. And I think she's also got like an Antique Gold that's there. I also changed up the snowflakes from how they were charted because I was working on this in the car and I miscounted, and I did not want to rip out all of that Petite Treasure Braid once I got far enough along that I realized that it was a little bit funky. But you know what? I like it. I'm actually okay with it. So it's going to stay. So what I have left to do on this one is just the top part here. I have the last half of Serenity stitched, and I need to do the background and then add the Petite Treasure Braid letters in here. And then that one's going to be done. This was a 2017 Mania start, so that will be one off my list. And then, last but not least, since I had finished up my Under the Sea Sal, I had a little bit of extra time, and I just picked up Starweaver. This is the Story Keep version of Starweaver from Charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by Tom Cross. So I have the wizard's hat, you can see, and then all of these sort of swirling stars. This right here is the bottom of the second page. So I have found the bottom of the second page, and this will be up in rotation after Village of Hawk Run Hollow for the 6 days after that. And so I'll work on this actually through the end of the month, which gives me an extra day on it since it's there's 31 days in the month. So my hope is to get a page finish and maybe even start the next row. For good or for bad, like from here, basically the entire last page of this, it's 3 pages, and this is page 2. The final page is basically all confetti. So it will be a little bit of a slow go, but I am determined I'm going to get this done this year and gift to my dad. So that's where I am with that. So plans, really just work on Hawk Run Hollow through Thursday, and then work on Starweaver through the end of the month. I'll probably do a little catch-up video then once I get to the end of the month and combine it with this one, so you guys can see what I have been working on then, my progress on those two. Just a quick note, if you are interested in full coverage pieces, please come over and join us in the Full Coverage Fanatics Facebook group. I will link to it below so you guys can find it. We've got, I think, just under 100 people already signed up, and we are going to be doing a September Starts stitch along. So if you have a new pattern that you'd like to start, please come and join us. You can pick any kind of full coverage project you'd like, and that's going to kick off on the 21st, and you can do a new start anytime in the month of September after the 21st through the end of the year. So if there's something that you wanted to do to get started for the first challenge, the first quarterly challenge, that's the winter themed piece, that is a perfect time to do that. So you don't even have to just start one, start 2, start 6, start 5, start 50, whatever you'd like. You are welcome to do that. We'd love to see pictures of what you're working on and what you have planned. There is a thread open in the Facebook group right now for that. So I think that will do me for today. I don't want this to go too long so that the whole video compilation doesn't wind up being super long. Oh, one more quick thing I totally forgot. My friend Joy made me a little stitching gift for my birthday. It's this cute little needle case. So she appliqued these hearts on it. It's wool felt. Has a little dragonfly, which is her favorite thing right there. And it closes. You just wrap that around the button to close it. Just a little twisted cord. And then the inside has a space for needles. Isn't that pretty? I love that. So I have it up here in my little stitchy area, and I am planning on taking it when I go away to Vend in a couple of weeks, and I'll have that along with me to keep my needles in. So thanks, Joy. I appreciated that. It was a very, very nice little present. So that is actually it today. I will catch up with you guys in another 10 days or so. Have a great rest of your month. Hope you get lots of stitching time in. And until I talk to you again, be kind to yourself, be good to others. Take care. Hi everyone, it's Anne. Today is Wednesday, August 30th, 2017. I hope you guys are all doing well. I am checking in with a quick end of the month drive-by info, here's what I've been working on stuff. Let's see. Got a bunch of stuff to share with you guys, so I want to kind of just jump right in and not have this be a super long video. So let's start out with my FFO. You saw this in progress on my last little video snippet, but I have finished Serenity. Again, this is a pattern from Hands-On Design. The fabric is a Witchelt 28 count Jobelin. I will put the information about what the fabric color is somewhere right here because I never can remember it. I always want to say like Stormy Sky or something like that, and it's not. I just have like a mental block about it. At any rate, stitched 2/2 using Gentle Arts floss for everything except the snowflakes here and the lettering, which you can see has a little bit of sparkle, I think. It is a petite treasure braid that I had in stash that I'm using for another project. I backed it with the same blue sky with the stars fabric that I did the companion piece that was Solitude that goes with this one. The only real change I made was that these are not as charted, the little snowflakes. I was working on this in the car, and by the time I got to the point that I realized I was off on the chart, I had stitched enough. There was no way I was going to haul that petite treasure braid out, so there they stay, but I think this came out really cute. I'm very happy with it. Again, it was a 2017 Mania start, so this one is finished. Ready to go for the holidays. Okay, so then what I worked on, I had a couple of days left to work on my Village of Hawk Run Hollow that I was working on this block right here. It's the boarding house. In my last video, I showed you that where I was on it at that point in time. So I think I had another day or day and a half-ish worth of work that I put in on it, and so I am pleased to say I have completed the building. The fence I think was already done. I added this odd little branch that sticks out, and I started what's going to be the signpost for the boarding house sign. I do have to do some back stitching in the windows to finish up on the curtains, but the house is otherwise stitched. There's 2 dogs here at the fence that need to be stitched, and then the sign, which I will tackle the next time this is up in rotation in September. So here is the whole piece. I am working this on a 22 count hardanger from Picture This Plus, in the Legacy colorway. So yeah, coming along slowly but surely. So that again will be out in September when I get to it on that part of the rotation. Then I moved on and I tackled my Star Weaver. This is artwork by Tom Cross. It's a Story Keep size charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. And I got a page finish done last night. So this is the wizard's hat. This is his hand with the magic coming out of it, these stars. This actually has a little bit of that petite treasure braid in it. You can see there's 1 stitch right there. And there's a couple stitches in this later part of his hand. There's more further down, kind of on the edge of the cloak he's wearing. But that's where I've gotten to on that. I was really happy to get through the bottom of page 2, so I just have page 3 left to finish. Super heavy confetti bits and bobs down in this last section, but I'm gonna soldier on, see what I can do. So I have a couple days left to work on this. I have 1 more day of my normal 6-day rotation for the Ivory Needle Challenge for this one. And then since there's an extra day in August, I'm going to just go ahead and keep working on him. So I have started the third page right there. Not very much, but at this point, every stitch counts on this. Yeah, so I've been busily working on that. Once that's finished, for the 1st of September, when September 1 kicks off, for the first 6 days of the month, I'm going to be working on my chatelaine, along with Sarah, who is Stitchin' Mommy on YouTube. She's going to be starting her first chatelaine as a birthday start. So that'll be kind of fun, that we both work on ours in our separate corners of the world. She's actually not that far away, comparatively speaking, from New Mexico, but it's all perspective in this day and age. Anyway, loving this, really happy with it. I'm doing, stitching this 1/1 on a 28 count Monaco. So there is that guy. So this will segue into a little bit of haul stuff. Lisa, my friend Lisa at Lisa's Stitching and Such, gifted me with a set of stitch markers from Denkai Designs. Charisse has an Etsy store. She's over in the UK. Just pull this one off. These are all horse themed, and if you follow me on IG, you've already seen them, but they are gorgeous. There's this little guy, the dark horse. This one, that's a paint. And this one, who reminds me of our big boy Sam. Love these. And then Charisse also tossed in this really cute little M&M one. There you go. And all of hers have the little buttons on the back so that you can pull the magnets off. It probably shows up better on one of these. They're just like a little covered button, so you can just slide those off really easily. So thank you, Lisa. I love these. I already have them on. I'm using the Dark Horse to kind of be my thread control monitor on the Star Weaver piece. So I have been enjoying just looking at the pretty artwork while I work on this piece. Just a reminder, if you have not found the group already, there is a group I have set up on Facebook called Full Coverage Fanatics. I will put the information in the down box down below. Please come and join us if you want to work on a full coverage project or projects in 2018. And I'm going to talk about that more in just a minute, but I wanted to show you the other two things I received in the mail over the last week. They are 2 Fabric of the Month clubs, the first of which is Chromatic Alchemy. The colorway is Belladonna, and I got a 32 count Murano fat quarter. And here is that colorway on this. That's pretty true. It's maybe a shade darker. It has almost a blue-green color in real life, but it definitely has the pops of the lighter color. I think that's really pretty. And I'm considering maybe saving this to use, I mean, I think it would be great as like a holiday piece, but I think I might save it to use for, excuse me, I'm dropping stuff on the floor, the fall Joan Elliott pattern that I have, the Fall Fairy. I have to do like a floss toss and see if it would work, but I'm thinking that those kind of bronzes and oranges and fall golds might be really pretty against this and have it kind of like a forest background feel to it. So nothing specific for it yet, but I do really love that color. And then the other Fabric of the Month club that I got is from Angela over at Color and Cotton. This is a 28 count Lugana. The colorway is Ruins, which I believe was her neutral. The way Angela works her club is you can either get like a saturated color, you can sign up for those, you can sign up for the neutrals, or you can sign up for the whatever. I like the surprise of it. I can't imagine I would be unhappy with anything she sent me, so I just opted for that, and then whatever she sends is all good. So this is Ruins. It is a wonderful neutral light gray. There's some kind of almost buttercream highlights in it. Pretty true to color there. So again, a fat quarter. I don't have anything specific to go on this right now either, but it's such a great neutral. I really think you could put almost anything on it. So again, this was Ruins, and it is the August Fabric of the Month Club from Color and Cotton. In case you have missed other of my videos where I have mentioned all of Angela's beautiful things. So really enjoying that and the Floss of the Month Club. Okay, so that's new and noteworthy. Did I have anything else to show you guys? No, but I did just want to talk really quickly about some upcoming plans. For the September starts in the Full Coverage Fanatics group, I have decided I'm going to start 2 projects. Again, even though it's September starts, we're going to start things anytime after September 21st, but you can start them through September, October, November, into December. So anytime before the turn of the year, if there are projects that you want to start that are full coverage, they're fair game for that stitch along. So feel free to pop in there, you know, start as many or as you want, 1 to infinity, if you're feeling feisty. I decided, as a footnote to that, I'm going to participate in the 2018 Year of Whips Challenge over in the Soulful Stitching group. And I'll do a separate video on all of those whips closer to the end of the year when I have my plans finalized. But one thing that I want to do is I want to add in some of the full coverage pieces to that Year of Whips, which means I need to start them before the January 18th, I think it is, kickoff for that Year of Whips go round. So I think one of the things, I don't know if Melanie had set this up the same way last year or not, but one of the things she has noted in the information for this upcoming year is if you have a full coverage piece that has more than, I think it's more than 3 full pages. So it's minis, it's, wouldn't be story keeps, but the minis, the, I think some of the quick stitches, and obviously the regular size full coverage type pieces, a page is considered a finish. So I think that's totally doable, where I could have a page finish on several different full coverage projects and have it count as a finish. I have some other smaller ones, obviously, that are going to go on the list that aren't full coverage, but that I want to get done. So anyway, I'm going to compile a list. It's not going to be all full coverage, but it will. My Year of Whips challenge will have several full coverage projects on it. I want to mostly get finished the smaller things that I started for Mania this year. It's not that I mind necessarily having a bunch of active whips. I think I have 19 or 20 right now, and you know, there's a fair number of those that are much smaller pieces. They're things that I feel like I should be able to get finished over the course of 2018. And so it's not that I mind having those, but I do actually want to have them finished. And I think it will be a good balance to do some intense work on my full coverage and then have some smaller things to work on to take kind of that mental break so I don't just do full coverage next year. So my tentative plan for next year's rotation, once we're through the Ivory Needle Challenge at the end of December this year, is to do a 5-day rotation on 6 pieces. And 3 of the 6 weeks will definitely be full coverage pieces. 2 of the weeks will be smaller works in progress. And then the third week of the month is going to be a wild card kind of week or 5-day period. So if I'm really close to finishing something that's a smaller piece and I want to get it done for the Year of Whips, then I reserve the right to work on that for a couple of, for like an extra rotation and get it done. Otherwise, if I am really in the groove with a full coverage piece, or I want to do more than 1 or 2 of the challenges in the full coverage fanatics group, then I'll take that extra week or extra 5 days and work on a full coverage piece. Hope that makes sense. Yeah, so there'll be six 5-day periods in every month to work on projects. 3 of those will be full coverage for sure. 2 of those will be other works in progress, and then I'll have the 6th 5-day period of rotation that will be Stitcher's choice. It'll either be work some more on one of the smaller whips or put another 5 days worth of work in on a full coverage project. More to come on that. I love making plans. I'm definitely a planner. I can't wait to, kind of share all that with you guys once I firm them up, decide exactly what I'm going to do. But I have my notebook with all kinds of chicken scratching in it, and I feel like I'm getting a handle on it anyway. So in the future, look for my whip parade to come, because I'll be doing that once I firm up my specific plans for the Year of Whips 2018. And next month's already September. We're only like a day and a half out from September, which to me is it's fall. It may not feel like fall, but it's fall once September comes officially in my book. Gonna do my 5K run this weekend on Saturday. Let you guys know how that goes. Lizzie and I did like a speed loop yesterday. Felt like I did really well on that. So we're just gonna do another easy, short run tomorrow, and then I'll take Friday off, and then we'll run our 5K on Saturday. Yeah, so that's kind of fun. That's about all that's going on here in my little neck of the woods. Again, I hope you all are well. I hope you've had some good stitchy time over the last couple of weeks. I will be combining this with my prior clip and hopefully get this uploaded sometime today for you guys to watch. So have a great weekend. If you're in the United States, enjoy Labor Day if you are fortunate enough to have a holiday that day. And let's get ready for fall. Talk to you guys later. Take care.